The Land of Giants, Deuteronomy chapter 3, verse 13. And we're going to speak about Og because a lot of people know about Goliath in the Bible being a giant, but there were many giants that the Israelites defeated in the Bible. Og, king of Bashan, and Shion, king of the Amorites. They were brothers. And the rest of Gilead and all Bashan, being the kingdom of Og, gave I unto the half tribe of Manasseh and the region of Argob with all Bashan, which was called the land of the giants. It was called the land of the giants until Moses parted it and gave it to the children of Israel when they defeated the giants. Now the book of Numbers chapter 13 and verse 33. And there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants, and were in our own sight as grasshoppers, so we were in their sight. So that's just me going to another set of giants, the ones that are the sons of Anak. And now this is talking, you already know the famous Goliath, that's in the first book of Samuel, chapter 17 and 14. Now we're going to go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 2, verse 20. That also was accounted a land of giants. Remember I told you the land of giants, that place really exists. Giants dwelt there in old time, and the Amorites call the Zamzunims. That's in Syria, which you have Golden Heights, where I'm going to show you in the next video why Golden Heights is so important. And I'm going to show you right now that fairy tales are real, and this is a book called The Boy Who Overcame the Giants. And I'm just going to read us 2 sentences from that book. The chief was surprised when he saw the small boy, and he said, "You have promised that you can rid my land of giants." Rid my land of the giants. And in their book, it talks about being in the land of giants. Now, the boy and the violin. The boy gave the dog away to a neighbor and sold the land, and now it happened that the king of the land of the giants had a beautiful daughter. Now, you can read that on Fairy Tales with a Z at the end.com. So let me close that up. So fairytales.com if you want to read more about, stories. Now, Deuteronomy chapter 3, verse 11. For only Og, king of Bashan, remained of the remnant of the giants. So there it's telling you that Og was a giant and he was the king of Bashan. Behold, his bedstead was a bedstead of iron. It is not in Rabath, that's in Syria, of the children of Ammon. 9 cubits was the length thereof, and 4 cubits the breadth thereof of it, after the cubit of a man. Now Joshua chapter 12 verse 14. And the coast of Og king of Bashan, which was of the remnant of the giants that dwelt of Ashtaroth and Edrei. Now Joshua chapter 13 verse 12 to 24 talks more about Og, but I'm just going to go to verse 12. All the kingdom of Og in Bashan, which reigned in Ashtaroth and in Edrei, who remained of the remnant of the giants, for these did Moses smite and cast them out. So there it's telling you that the Israelites killed them, Moses smote, and they cast them out, and they took their land. And their coast was from Mahamanam and all Bashan, and all the kingdom of Og, king of Bashan, and all the towns of Jar, which were in Bashan, 80 cities. And now Joshua chapter 15 verse 8. And the border went up by the valley of the son of Hinnom unto the south side of the Jebusite, the same as Jerusalem, and the border went up to the top of the mountain that lies before the valley of Hinnom, westward, which is at the end of the valley of the giants, northward. So there he's telling you that's the land of the valley of the giants, northward. So there you have Joshua telling you the description of the land of the giants. Now this is Moses giving the land of the giants to the Israelites. And the rest of Gilead and all Bashan, being the kingdom of Og, gave it on to the half tribe of Manasseh, all the region of Argob, with all Bashan, which was called the land of giants. Now, this is when they defeated his brother, Shion, king of the Amorites. And Israel sent messages unto Shion, king of the Amorites, saying, Let me pass through thy land. We will not turn into the field or into the vineyards. We will not drink of the waters of the well, but we will go along by the king's highway until we be past thy borders. And Shion would not suffer Israel to pass through his borders, but Shion gathered all his people together and went out against Israel into the wilderness, and came to Jahaz and fought against Israel. And Israel smote him with the edge of the sword, and possessed his land from Arnon unto Jabbok, even unto the children of Ammon. For the border of the children of Ammon was strong. And they turned and went up by the way of Bashan, and Og the king of Bashan went out against them, he and all his people, to the battle at Edrei. And the Lord said unto Moses, Fear him not, for I have delivered him into thy hand, and all his people and his land, and thou shalt do to him as thou did unto Shion king of the Amorites, which dwelt at Heshbon. That was his brother. So God told them, don't fear, because you're going to do the same thing what you did to his brother. So they smote him and his sons and all his people until there was none left alive, and they possessed his land. Now, when we go to the book of Psalms, now you got to understand Psalms 136, verse 18 to 22. Now, and slew famous kings, for his mercy endures forever. Shion, king of the Amorites, for his mercy endures forever. And Og, king of Bashan, for his mercy endures forever, and gave their land for a heritage, for his mercy endures forever, even a heritage unto the children of his servants, for his mercy endures forever. Now we're going to go to Amos. Amos chapter 2 verse 9. Yet destroyed I the Amorite before them, whose height was like the height of the cedars, and he was strong as the oaks. Yet I destroyed his fruit from above, and his root from beneath. So there you got the Most High telling you he destroyed the giants for them. And he was talking about Og, king of Bashan. And there you have it in Psalms 136, and it's also 135. As you can see, the Israelites don't live in Syria